your head, pick up your body, get on the bus, it's time to party. It's Gregory, it is a Saturday night, Gregory. Take your socks off and take your pants on, get in the car and drive on.
Welcome to Friday Night Greg, Friday Night Energy on a Wednesday morning, or it's Thursday. I don't know when this thing fucking comes out. Today we are joined by two amazing, also funny, hilarious guys, but notably two of the nicest people I've ever met in comedy. You know, he's been here a lot. Steve Rogers.
Hello.
Say hello, Steve.
Hi, everybody.
Why are you waving? Oh, it's this camera.
Yeah, I was to you and to John. Oh, I don't know what to say.
John, I want to say Ziegler, as he has corrected me. He's one of those names that I always, like, in my head, I fuck up, and I'm always afraid to say it, so I just bail because of Dolph Ziggler. We were talking about wrestling, and then he hit record. But welcome, John.
Yeah, I have an E in mine. He's just Z-I-G.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's the big difference between us.
I met, let me tell you this, Long Island comedy is one of the most intimidating things in the world. I mean, every club, these guys, it's all the mob, you know, it's all dirty dogs. You know what I mean? It's all my people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're all like Long Island guys.
Yeah.
But John is one of the nicest. And look, I know before he was, I'd rather be funny than nice. But I said that. I say this again, like, I prefer nice because all you fucking guys are funny. We're all funny. That's why we're here.
Right.
But there's not a lot of like genuinely nice people.
Yeah.
And you've been genuinely nice to me so many times and made me feel comfortable when I went out into my
Well, I mean, I appreciate the reason I say that is that's my go-to when I like somebody, but I don't think they're funny. Somebody be like, "How's so and so?" I'm like, "Good guy, not good hang."
Great hang, dude.
Yeah, great hang. Which is like I don't want to shit on him, but I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Nice guy.
How do you? Okay, aside from that, like when you see someone, what do you tell? If you're friends with someone and they're not funny, do you tell them?
No,
I
they'll
don't.
never know.
They'll never know.
That's what.
Doesn't that make you a worse person?
Yeah.
But
I won't tell them they are funny.
Oh.
But I'll just segue to another conversation.
Right. I mean, the comments are going to be brutal, but those are all. I mean, anyway, you had your hand.
I was worried. I'm still currently worried that I'm that guy. That because everyone says I'm nice. I'm like, oh my God, no one thinks I'm funny because that's what I say when I don't find someone funny either. Is I say they're nice.
Well, there's a difference between not funny and not my cup of tea. Like you're not really my cup of tea, but. I'm just kidding. No, but you have the, like, I wouldn't, you know what I would do? If you really weren't funny, if I was like, I don't think this guy's got it.
Hypothetically,
no, I know what I would do is I would try to help you on the things that you're not good at.
Oh, great.
Because I don't want you to die out there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's fair.
And sometimes I will tell people things that are wrong with them, but I say that about me. And I go, I'm always writing these jokes that have no punchlines. And then they go, me too. I go, you feel like you're going through that? So how do you get around, you know? Or they go, yeah, Greg, you do. And I go, this is a long car ride. Because I didn't know that about me.
I'm gonna try that. I feel like I'm never pleasing my husband.
How did you get started? So like, what's your, I know only about you as we've hung, we've had a great time. And then there's this, these other things that are going on. But how'd you get started? Like,
I started late.
How old?
I was 40
Really?
when I started.
How old are you now?
54.
How do you look better than me?
Yeah.
I just turned 40.
Yeah, I'm a pretty health freak.
Yeah?
Yeah, it worked out great for me, by the way. Okay.
Why? Whatever do you mean? I love to segue into that. Yeah,
It's
so
a Byron Allen segue. Just like, so you fly on airplanes.
you got something tearing through your body. Because I'll say this, man. I was on Facebook one day and I got the post and I was like, wait, what the fuck? How is this possible? What happened?
So it was April 2020. It's been like 15 months. My stomach was bothering me for like 3 or 4 days, but like nothing, you know, like, I'm an adult. I've had diarrhea. I'm like, whatever. I'm not running to a doctor.
Yeah.
But I went to urgent care at the pestering of my girlfriend. And he's like, yeah, nothing. You're fine.
Yeah.
And then he goes, you know, you're a little jaundice in your eyes.
Oh, yellow in the eyes.
Yeah. So he's like, get to an emergency room, which is never.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they hand you off to someone else, it's not a
Well,
good
that's
sign.
what urgent care is.
Yeah.
It's just a concierge. They're like, you should see a doctor. I'm
Yeah.
like, thanks, I guess. So I went to the ER and they did a bunch of tests. They thought I had a problem with my gallbladder.
Yeah, I think she's a doctor. No, a better doctor. Yeah, please. Yeah, they just go, ooh, too much for my plate. Yeah.
And after a couple days in the hospital, some dude just walked in my room like a surgeon. Never met him. And he's like, he goes, what's going on? I'm like, my gallbladder. Is like, I don't think so.
Oh, that's fun.
And he's like, I see your mass by your pancreas. Pretty sure you have cancer. And I was like, what?
Just like that?
That was that. And then he said to me, what do you do for a living? I go, I'm a comedian. He goes, I just saw you like a week ago. You're really funny.
Oh, that's the best time.
And I just,
He gave you a loaded question.
And I told him to lead with that. I go, next time open with that.
Yeah, really.
And close with the cancer stuff.
He's going to open
Man.
with like, I feel like you've achieved everything you should in this business.
That was it. That's how I found out. And then it was just
Wow.
test and test.
What
And,
kind of cancer?
pancreatic, which is it's the not that there's a good kind,
Uh-huh.
but it's the bad kind.
That's the Swayze one, right?
Yeah, Swayze died of that. I'm in good company. It's like Steve Jobs, Swayze.
Yeah, that's like So what do you so you got it. You got it.
Yeah, they didn't
And-
know for a while because it was in it's called your bile duct. It's really
Uh-huh.
teeny. They couldn't get a conclusive biopsy. The guy's like 99% you have cancer, but I can't tell you have cancer
Oh,
because they can't get a conclusive biopsy. But he's like, there's nothing else it can really be.
So are you doing bet? I mean,
Yeah, I had a surgery called the Whipple surgery,
Okay.
which was like a crazy surgery.
uh-huh.
And then I did 6 months of chemo.
Uh-huh.
And now it's just, I'm clean right now. They don't see any cancer.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
wow.
but
Oh, a positive ending.
Yeah, no, it's not though. So I
Okay.
hit like people on the street are like, oh, so you beat cancer? And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
What am I going to do? Give them my whole sob story?
Uh-huh.
right.
But the recurrence of this is really aggressive. So it's like 75% chance it comes back within like 2 years.
But you just keep checking.
I check constantly.
Right.
Like every
How do you check?
scans, they put dye in me and run scans, blood work.
Wow.
But it's all the time. Like I go September 7th is my next scan. So,
Oh, fun. I mean, what?
which is weird. It's weird because I'm like, I'm still kind of frugal with my money because I'm like, well, I may live and I need this money. But then like 2 weeks before the scan,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I had like 3 vodka cranberries at the Grizzly Pear before this. So I'm I'm drinking the good wine. It's only like the week before the scan, I get a little crazy.
That's funny because I live like I have cancer that kills me tomorrow. With my money, I just go blow it all on action figures. I got a new kid.
I wish I can be, I want to be that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my
not hard.
Yeah, I don't have a kid. There's no reason for me not to.
Open up Amazon.
What's
Open up. I'll show you how to do it right now. Open on Amazon and you just grab anything.
Grab whatever,
And then just
yeah.
like, I'll return it. And then you don't return it. The other day, the other day, by the way, I come home from Target. Tita grabs the Target bag. She goes, okay, she's just unloading it. And she just goes, oh, are you returning this? I bought, there was a wire in there. I bought a extension cord. And she goes, are you returning this? And I was like, no, I just bought it. And she's like, that's how passive she kind of gets now. Like she'll just say like, she won't say you need to return this. She just goes, oh, are you returning this? I was like, and you
Yeah.
bought it of a fresh bag.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm not returning it. This is my bag.
Yeah.
So you got cancer. And but right now you're clean. You're clean for.
Yeah, I just go back for scans constantly.
Let me ask you. I know I ask you a question and cut you off another question. You find this out. What is that? So when I had a kid, it changed my perspective on everything, right? When I'm pre-diabetic, I found that out. And I know this is about you right now.
I had
but-
that during the pandemic.
Really?
I was pre-diabetic.
Are you family?
I was eating like we were gonna die soon.
Right.
So and then they were like, "You're gonna make it come true if you keep eating this way." And then I had to fix some things.
I lost 8 pounds in 2 weeks. Or
Wow.
9 pounds in 2 weeks because I said, you're not beating me. I'm doing
Yeah.
this shit. That's my cross to carry. No, but you get that, right? You get that fucking thing. Is there anything in your brain that was like, now that mortality becomes real?
Yeah, it should have changed my perspective.
Nothing?
For like in the hospital bed, it did.
Yeah?
Sure.
But like soon as you get out, you're just kind of like, I'm complaining about, I'm like, what's this thing on my carpet? There's like a stain. Like I'm OCD.
Yeah.
So I was like, I had like literally had bags hanging out of my side.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I lost 30 pounds. I had an incision. And I was like, with like a scrubber thing, like on the rug. My grandma's like, what's wrong with you? Like,
Yeah.
leave it alone. And I'm
Right.
like, I gotta, like, it didn't change me that much.
Do you look at people like me who eat like shit, don't exercise, and you go, how the fuck did I get cancer?
It's most comics.
Pretty shitty that they
Yeah.
did that to you.
Like I would walk into the comedy club and I became a running joke. They're like, of all the people, Ziegler.
I know.
I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do drugs. I work out like 6 days a week.
Wait, did you not? Because you just had 4 vodka cranberries.
Well, now I do everything I didn't do.
Oh, really? You didn't drink before
Really?
this?
No, I never drank before I got sick.
Never before in your life, or just
Young, but once every year I'd have 2 drinks.
really?
Yeah.
And then God smacks you in the face.
I have a bottle of Tito's in my freezer. in my apartment. I
Wow.
drink like 4 nights a week.
You should try to see if you can get AIDS and have the AIDS kill you before cancer does. Like if you got this death sentence, you don't. But
That's
maybe.
my
Oh,
perspective.
Jesus,
That
too
is
dark?
my change in perspective now. Is I never thought about, but I don't want to beat pancreatic cancer and then like die in some stupid way.
Right.
So like every time, like if my girlfriend's an aggressive driver, every time she makes, I'm like easy. Like I don't want to. I didn't beat pancreatic cancer to die on the Belt Parkway. Like this is.
Then she just goes, 75% chance you did it.
Wow.
I actually fight with people who tell me like I get mad.
Oh, if I was
Like so you beat cancer. I'm like shut up.
Yeah.
Does she like, if I was her, I would be like, oh, I definitely want to get married because then, you know, if it doesn't work out, meaning, no offense.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say it. Is there a fun way
She's
to say
getting
it?
all my shit anyway.
Right. You get the shit,
No,
you get
she's
the
getting-
money.
She's getting it all anyway.
And I'm a widow is hotter.
I'm a widow is hotter. Did you cheat on your husband? Your husband cheated on me with Heaven. He's at another club now. Also, if I'm going
I just
too
got passed
dark-
at heaven.
so you should.
No, if you,
I got
if
the
you
light,
watched
the
my
big
special,
white light.
If you've watched my special, there's nothing too dark.
Oh, okay.
Nah, I talked about
I feel like that.
killing myself, everything. It's all in there. I don't care.
Let me tell you this: the day if you do get it, if it does come back, I always said this: the minute we're like, you don't got much time left, I go, I'm blowing my brains out because I'm not letting death control me. I control me. And then all of a sudden, death goes no, and somehow you survive the bullet, and then
Death,
he
like,
gets
catches it.
Death like catches it. And goes, no, you son of a bitch! I still control this.
Well, I'm just I don't know how like killing yourself sounds horrible.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I if I got really sick, all kidding aside, I would probably want to kill myself. I don't want to rot away in a bed.
Yeah.
I thought about, but I'm like, I made a list one day. I was like on my couch, like watching TV with my girlfriend, and I was like making a list of like ways to kill myself.
Yeah.
Wow.
But they're all terrible.
Yeah.
Tell me, hit me. I've got like 100.
Jumping from a building. The train was a big one. I keep thinking like jump in front of a train, but
Right.
I can never do it.
Because of the commute, because people would.
The commute, it's great. Yeah,
It's annoying.
Delays, the railroad's always behind. It would be a problem.
Yeah.
I don't know how I would kill myself. I don't know how to do it. They have assisted suicide in certain states. I looked into it.
Oh yeah. No, they do. I'm
Like,
trying to come
like
up with
Washington, the state of Washington has it.
drugs. Just take a bunch of fun pills.
Yeah, but I never did drugs, so I don't know even what to take.
Oh,
I mean, I know
can
enough.
Tell you. Someone can tell you. You
yeah,
can Google
I
it.
have enough friends. Who,
Max can tell you. This guy's probably taken so many pills in his life. How many times did you try to kill yourself, Max?
Not that many times.
Yeah, I got a producer here. He could pull up a list of ways.
Oh my God.
But no, I mean, I think it's. I have a weird relationship with death because I think about it every single day, constantly, and we all are going to die. And it's weird that knowing you're going to die weirds people out. You know, like once we go, here's your timeline. Because I think internally we all think we're going to be immortal. I think we all just go like, oh no, eventually they come up with a pill.
yeah, you never think it's going to be you.
You never
Yeah.
think it's going to be. You never think it's coming, but it is coming. And I think there's something beautiful about knowing. You don't know because they gave you this false hope. Why did I? That sounds horrible.
No, my doctor lies to me
Does he?
a lot. Yeah, he does.
Does he-
And then when I get past like to the next step,
yeah.
I go, "You told me it was going to be like a little bit of chemo," and he's like, "Yeah."
Wow.
See how much I gave the other guy.
He just does it so that mentally,
Right. You're
Yeah.
prepared.
yeah,
and-
he doesn't want to be like it's 6 months, twice a week. Like chemo was brutal,
How? Yeah. Was it?
brutal. It was the surgery was bad, and I thought chemo was going to be easy after the surgery, and chemo was way worse than the surgery.
Really?
Man.
Just because of nausea and.
I wasn't supposed to get nauseous. They told me, but the other side effects. Like by the time they tell you the side effects, I'm like, can I get the nausea stuff?
What side effects?
You get neuropathy in your hands and feet. I didn't. I got it in my jaw. So
Loss
whenever-
of feeling?
No, pain, like nerve
Oh
damage
my
to your jaw. So
God.
every time I chewed, I had radiating pain.
Oh.
So I remember I was on the chemo and I thought I needed a root canal. And I'm
Yeah.
like, are you fucking kidding me? Like root canal now?
Wow.
It turned out to be like neuropathy. But then you go to the doctor and they're so calm. They're like, it's only permanent in like 20% of people. I'm like, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
So that went away. The other one is this crazy cold sensitivity, where if I wanted to go in my refrigerator, I have to put an oven mitt on.
Wow. I know a lot of Jewish people who are like that.
Yeah, and I'm Jewish. I doubled down on it.
Is there a breeze in here? What am I doing? I don't know.
And I couldn't drink. Everything I drank had to be room temperature, or it would feel like glass going down.
Oh my.
Oh.
So it was. Those were the side effects. They're like, but you won't be nauseous.
Right.
Which they lied. I was violently nauseous.
But how do you feel now?
I feel pretty normal, except from my surgery. You can see this lump under my shirt.
Yeah.
I have a harness on.
Right.
I have a massive hernia from the surgery.
Oh.
But when I say it looks like a Nerf football coming out of my stomach.
Can that go away?
Surgery.
Only surgery to fix that?
Yeah, they got to put a mesh in there. It's a pretty major surgery. I've been putting it off just because
Yeah, I mean, wow, you know what
I
you're
don't feel
doing
like
here.
doing that right now.
I get
Of
you.
course.
I'm going to do it after New Year's. I want to enjoy the holidays and shit.
Is there a time where you say you can be comfortable?
3, 2, 1.
Oh boy. Was it 5 years and then you can feel safe?
5 years, they say you're cured.
Okay. And you're almost a year now.
I got 2 different answers.
Okay.
When I spoke to my surgeon, I go, when does the countdown start?
Right.
And he's like, soon as you're diagnosed. So I go, that's 15 months. That's not bad because the first
Yeah.
2 years are the most. Then I went to my oncologist. She goes, after you're done with chemo, I go, that's 5 months. I go, so which is it?
Right.
But I don't really know the answer. They
Okay.
told me 2 different things.
So wait, the furthest away it could be is what? What's the
5 years you're considered cured. The first 2 years you're at the highest risk.
Oh, I mean, what position are you in now?
I'm
Best
like-
case scenario, you're 2 years in, 1 year,
I'm,
worst case, you're 5 months in.
Something like that. Yeah, I
Okay.
think I'm like 13 months or 5 months.
Wow.
I don't really think about it too much, to be honest. You drive yourself crazy.
No, of course. Yeah. Is it also too much that I'm talking about all this?
Nah, I don't get. That's all I talk about.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's fine.
You know how much attention I've got? I've never got. It's the best thing that happened to my comedy career.
Yeah, I have so many people in Long Island I would much rather have this happen to. Lori Palmentieri. I'm just kidding. To start naming them off.
Lori's called me up, like very emotional. And if you know Lori, she's very stoic.
Oh, this woman is like this wooden table.
Yeah, so
She was supposed to come in, and I forgot to tell her.
Yeah. Oh, I would have loved to have seen her. I don't get to see Lori very much. these
Steve's
days.
not even supposed to be here. I was gonna have Lori come so that the 3 of us could talk, and just slipped my mind, and somehow Steve's here.
I
Well,
don't
thanks,
think
Steve.
I got cancer. You guys got the diabetes. Palmentieri's bringing nothing to the
Yeah,
table.
that's right.
Ugly on the inside? Is that a disease?
Dead on the inside.
Lori, I'm doing the Borgata with her for we're doing a week straight. So
Yeah.
we can do the Borgata together.
That's cool when you go.
I
I've
love
done
her,
that
yeah.
before, and it helps if you have a cool comic to be with.
Yeah, her and I are very close. I
Yeah,
love Lori.
it makes a big difference.
Yeah.
I did it with Jimmy Walker from Good Times.
Oh, wow.
Wait, are you close with Jimmy Walker?
I thought we became friends by the end of the week. Because it's 7 days, a long time. You
Yeah.
work
Yeah.
like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So, like, what do you do all day?
Yeah.
So we went out for lunch every day and we hung out.
Wow.
Another guy, a guy from Boston named Jimmy Dunn, real good guy.
Oh, yeah.
I know
Yeah.
Jimmy Dunn.
Yeah.
You know Jimmy Dunn?
Yeah.
He's big in the Boston comedy scene. He was on a sitcom for a while
Oh, what's sitcom?
with the guy from Joey Mac or whatever. He was in New Kids, I think. New Kids on the Block, Joey McIntyre.
New Kids on the Block was a
Joey Mac, what was, I don't know.
Joey McIntyre was in New Kids on the Block.
Yes, he did a sitcom with Joey
I'm throwing up in
McIntyre.
my own mouth. Sorry. I'm very professional here. But, please, I'm pre-diabetic. Okay?
How come you're
I'm blowing
having
it.
more symptoms than him?
Yeah. I don't know, man.
We did a week at the Borgata,
Mhm.
and you go to, you get the Schlag card and you eat at the,
Yeah.
so you just, Jimmy Walker tells these great stories about the 70s and
Yeah.
Hollywood. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But on the last night, you're saying goodbye. It's like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And I thought he was going to like get up and give me a hug or something.
Yeah.
And, you get a lot of free food. He just had like a plate
Yeah.
of food. And I was like, Jimmy, it was so great working with you. Like, I grew up watching you.
Yeah.
And he didn't even look up from his plate. He
Come
was
on.
just like, keep grinding, brother. And he just kind of kept eating. And I was like, he must have seen 1,000 of me. And he's been doing this like 50 years.
Yeah, I get it, but I don't get it.
And he was cool, but it was like, I
Yeah.
laughed. I looked at Jimmy Dunn and just kind of laughed. I was like, I guess that's the goodbye.
Yeah. I bet you. I wonder if Jimmy had a. All right. I'm just.
Maybe he
gonna
didn't have a
find
good times. I was waiting to do that. I was waiting for the right moment. Maybe you didn't have a good times.
he makes, he does like Comic Cons
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
No, good for him. I remember he's been around for a
He's
while.
doing a commercial now.
for like ARP or something.
Yeah, and behind him is a fake, like, bookcase with like clearly photoshopped in photos of the sitcom and like picture frames. Like he would have like screenshot a scene and put it in a picture frame. And he's just talking about whatever it is, and then it's just Jimmy Walker, and he's like, it shows the hat hanging up and everything.
It's like an
a lot.
8x10 of Esther Roll hanging
Yeah.
behind him with Thelma.
Dude, did I ever tell you the guy I did the Borgata with? So I did the Borgata with this comic. I don't know his name. Like I say, anyway, we do the Borgata. It's a week there. First, every night he's driving home. And I kept being like, why are you driving home, dude? stay here. The hotel is nice. And he's like, I don't know. And then like third or fourth night, he goes, I was like, you really just going to drive home? He was like, maybe you're right. Maybe I'll stay. I see him the next day. He's wearing the same clothes. He is dark under the eyes.
Oh,
and I'm
no.
like, hey, man. And he was like, yeah, he went to a poker table and I just didn't leave. And I think I lost all the money. He was like, turns out he had a wild gambling addiction that he was going home every day to beat.
Avoid.
And here I am being like, what are you, stupid? Stay in the hotel. And he literally, I was like, that's all he needed to just get him there. And then I think it all worked out at the end. I think he just went back home.
I bet he was betting on you would do that. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
I hate you. I don't even like you as a person. Just kidding. It's so fun when I'm not the nicest person in the room. I just get wildly mean. I don't know why that happens. So I finally feel like anyway. So death. We're talking about death here. I love talking about, because you don't know. It's like the ending of The Sopranos. You just black.
Except they don't announce that you have this many days left.
Right.
They're not. They don't announce, like the last season of The Sopranos was announced.
Oh yeah.
So we all.
Well, his was announced. You kind of get a.
It would have been worse
wrapping
if
up
they
here.
just like cut a Journey song off in the middle while I was in the hospital bed. They just played "Don't Stop Believing" and cut it, and I'm like, "What's?"
Are you a religious
man.
guy?
No, at all. Like, I mean, I've been an atheist my whole life.
Hell yeah, dog.
So, but I did. You throw some shit against the wall. You don't know. I'm
Sure.
like, I should cover my ass, and maybe I felt so stupid. I tried to pray in my hospital bed, and I felt like a moron.
Right.
I'm sure that's where a lot of first prays are.
I didn't even get halfway through it. I started lying instantaneously. I was like, I'm never gonna. I'm like, what am I even doing this for?
What if when you are a cross, what if you end up being across from God and he just reads the half a prayer?
And he goes, man, you really fell apart at the end here.
Yeah. This is like The Sopranos.
I got to take off some points for trailing off.
I mean, I get religion. It would be comforting to think, but
Right.
I just don't believe in it. And I can't bring myself. People are like, just, it's faith. And I go, yeah, so is Santa Claus. I can't do it.
I mean, if you know anything about me, wild atheist. But I love praying. I will pray to God, even though I know he's not there. It's just comforting to
It feels good.
talk to a thing, but I know it's not for anyone. Like, I don't believe that there's someone listening, but it's nice to just go, hey man, if you're up there, this was not, and I also love the idea of God. I look at it like Spider-Man. Like, this is real fun, but why do you have to believe it's true? Like, why does the true part have to be in it? Why can't it just be like the Matrix? You go, that's great, makes you feel good, but why do they always have to throw the magic part? It's like, oh, and it's real. It's like, you didn't need to do that. Why did you do the real thing?
Right.
The real thing makes me hate it.
Yeah.
I am Jewish, and if you saw my apartment at Christmas,
Yeah.
decked out, it's like Macy's.
Really?
Oh yeah, celebrated Christmas my whole life. It's just
Oh.
what the reason you just said.
Yeah.
I don't believe in it. I just like Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun present day.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, there's Santa Claus is
Change
all
the name
over.
to Fun Present Day.
I call it Happy White People Present Day because I think black people have Kwanzaa. I don't know.
That's relatively new,
Maybe
I
racist.
think, right?
I know nothing about it, and I refuse to look into it because why am I going to spend time looking into anything that's religious?
I don't think it is a religious. I don't think Kwanzaa is religious because I taught kindergarten like 23 years ago, but we
Yeah.
had to have like in the corner of the room like a Kwanzaa.
Oh,
Like,
really?
I thumbtacked up like a Kwanzaa.
Max,
That's all it was.
you're Jewish. What's Kwanzaa?
I have no idea.
Definitely not Jewish. It's not a Jewish thing.
Oh, are you Jewish?
I am Jewish.
You just said that. Guess what, Max? Look, I finally met another Jewish guy.
Yeah, finally.
Last episode. This is a callback. I think. Was it? Or is that just something I did with one of my friends?
It was on an episode
Right? Didn't I try to tell you everyone I didn't know Jewish
that you
people?
never met a Jewish person. Yeah, that was like last episode.
Yeah, okay.
Or before that, who knows?
Well, no one really knows for
Never
sure.
knew Jews were so rare in comedy. I thought for sure they would.
Yeah.
I thought they were all Italian. I thought Max was Italian. I thought you were Irish.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
And Ziegler's German.
Yeah, it's not my real last name.
Really?
When my grandfather came here, it's like an Ellis Island thing.
What's your real last name?
Ziegelfarb.
Oh, that,
Yeah?
Wow.
Changes everything,
that
doesn't it?
turns. Yeah.
Man, Barb is really hitting.
Once you put a farb in there.
Yeah.
You're Jewish.
No,
Really?
I'm Italian.
You're Italian.
Italian and Irish and English.
Wow. You think you know somebody. I'll be honest. I knew you weren't Jewish, but I didn't know. I think I forgot you were Italian.
Yeah.
Rogers is you?
Yeah.
That's a very generic. It's hard to tell what that is.
That's the Irish, I believe. But
That's your legal name?
yeah, Stephen Rogers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
wouldn't- I wouldn't
of
have
course. Who? Why would that be so? I'm gonna change my name. Tony Stark. Why not?
Somebody commented on something recently and we're like, you have the least Googleable name. And I'm like, thank you. Yeah, no one's told me. He complained like I picked. He didn't
Yeah.
even do the normal joke. He was
Yeah.
just like, it was hard to Google you. And I'm like, thanks.
It's so funny. I wanted to talk to you about She-Hulk,
Oh,
but I
Oof.
know that you'd no way you enjoy. Do you like comic books?
I do. I don't think on the level that you do, but I like them.
I would just think it'd be really funny to get beat up by the one guy with cancer. That he just starts beating us both up. Did you watch She-Hulk?
I watched about 15 minutes and I tapped out.
Why didn't you like it?
I didn't like anything about it.
oh.
But do you usually like the stuff?
Yeah.
What-
I don't love all Marvel stuff. I like most of it.
Okay. All right. Tell me what you liked. Let's get a vibe. Let's feel you out here.
What I liked, which
Yeah. What was like? What do you think is prime Marvel, and then what is not good?
I like the origin one. So I like the first Captain America, the
Mm-hmm.
first Iron Man. There's been so many different Hulks that I can't even.
Okay.
They seem to struggle with the Hulk.
Yeah. I see.
But I like the origin ones. I like the Thor Ragnarok. I'll pronounce it wrong. Ragnarok. Is that what it's called?
No, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I like that. one.
Okay. So you're, I would say, a casual.
Yeah, I'm not,
casual.
And I liked the Avengers. I liked the one where he turned everybody to dust,
Yeah. Endgame. This guy. Yeah.
but not the
Infinity
one
War.
after that.
And Infinity War. You're right. You're right.
I
What?
like. I didn't like
And
the one after that.
You didn't like the one
Not
after
as
it.
much.
Really?
I liked the cliffhanger when everybody just died,
And then you said, "Well, good. This is over for me. I never have to come back."
and then I got excited for the new one to come out. It didn't do anything for me.
What do you like better, Infinity War or Endgame? Is there? I just count them as one movie, but I
do
like
too.
Endgame more. I think.
I mean,
They kind of are, right?
the last battle is
What are we doing?
wonderful.
I mean, you give Avengers Assemble and you give Captain America the hammer. I don't give a fuck if the whole movie was gay pornography up until that point. And I don't mind gay pornography, but it's just not something I love to watch. You know, it'd be more of a
Just
chore.
two guys going at it, and then all the portals open.
Yep, and the portals open and more dicks come out. And then Captain America gets the hammer, and I go, "This is the best movie I've ever seen in my life." It's all gay porno with people calling my mother a slut. It's men fucking going, "Greg's mom's a whore," and I
Yeah.
go, "Oh," and then the hammer, and I go, "This is still the best thing I've ever seen in
This
my
is a
life."
great movie.
I love this movie.
So you're a bigger fan than me. Like, do you like this whole metaverse? I don't like this metaverse stuff.
Multiverse.
Did I?
Metaverse is Facebook. He's got cancer.
Wait, no. What's it called? What's it
Multiverse.
called?
It's the multiverse.
A multi. Oh,
The multiverse.
that's why.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
I'm all.
The metaverse
you're going
is
on
Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah.
Like, I don't
You're
like this
watching-
metaverse. Well, it's
You
all
know
your
what
relatives.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah. It's all your crazy uncles. I hate this metaverse. Ah, God.
Yeah, they keep ruining Thanksgiving.
multi.
Yeah, I mean, can I be honest here? And this is going to be hard for me to say. I'm starting to kind of like Marvel's starting to. I'm starting to be kind of done. I liked She-Hulk, but really since Endgame, they've had like one win for me, and it was the Spider-Man movie. I'll say, and I liked Thor. I liked the new Thor,
It was,
but it wasn't enough.
It was not enough.
And Multiverse of Madness, I kind of didn't like it. I think I liked it, and then a few days later, I went, I don't think I really like this.
It didn't give me everything I wanted.
No.
And they really could have got in front of it and went, it's
Not that.
not what you think.
Right. This isn't the yes. This isn't
It's not the
Calm
endgame
down.
of multiverse.
Right.
But they put multiverse in the title, so we go, multiverse is here. We're going to get it all. And
Right.
They could have been like, multiverse, but not so madness.
yeah.
Like,
I was like, oh, they're bringing in. This is going to be Fantastic Four.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
no, it wasn't. And I also want to say this. I hate to get too nerdy. Did you see Multiverse of Madness by any chance?
The Doctor Strange thing? Yeah. Look, I'm not an expert. Up until 10 minutes ago, I thought Mark Zuckerberg was Spider-Man. So I'm really, here's my problem with that movie. And then the problem with that movie for me is I don't like watching a comic book movie that I have to call up 4 friends afterwards to explain the
Oh,
movie to
sure.
me. Like, I'm not dumb, but I was like, I don't know. Why does he have another eye? Like, I don't know what's happening.
You go with me. I just talked to you the whole movie.
Yeah.
Like, this is why that's it. Like,
Yeah, I needed that.
yeah.
I was very confused watching that movie.
For the $1,000 Patreon tier, I will go to the Marvel movies with you and explain everything that happens.
I mean, that'd be fun.
So let me say this, and this is a thing that this is the weirdest reason to hate this movie. And I had a long conversation with Evan Williams about this, so I don't know what part. Anyway, what parts he may have, but this is my main thing. In the beginning of the movie, there is a scene with pizza Tony Pizza. What's his name? Papa Pizza.
Pizza Papa.
Pizza Papa, right? So they go into the multiverse and they go, food's usually free. And then she has this pizza poppers and she eats it. She's eating it. And then Pizza Papa comes over and he goes, hey, you stole my pizza. Pizza Papa always gets his money. And then Doctor Strange puts a spell on him that he starts punching himself.
Yeah.
And he then goes, he'll be like that for 2 weeks. Now you have to understand that moment, you have now, Doctor Strange has done something worse than any superhero has ever done to a human. First of all, this is a guy who got robbed, right? And then not just being like a distraction. Imagine if you hit yourself uncontrollably. You don't know why. For an hour.
Right.
The mental torture that would be.
Yeah.
Now imagine 2 weeks. I think he said 2 weeks. Maybe he said 2 months.
No, it was a week or so.
No, it was a long time.
It was like 2 weeks or something like that.
Missing bills. You can't go to work. He's not getting money. He's continually. Also, his hand smashes his face into a hot grill.
Yeah.
For 2 weeks.
Why hasn't he done this spell on any of the supervillains?
It's because it's immoral. I don't wish that on Thanos. What happened to Thanos was a better thing to do than what they did to Pizza Papa. It's insane. You can't do that. You now have made Doctor Strange, after that move, is immoral and he is a villain.
Yeah, that's what gave him the eye, not all the other stuff.
No, that. Are you crazy?
Yeah.
A normal, just a guy. And I know what they wanted to do. They wanted to do the Evil Dead callback.
Yeah.
Because
that's the guy playing him,
Because
right?
that was the guy playing him. They did
what's
the
his
hand.
name, that actor? You know?
Bruce Campbell.
Bruce Campbell.
What's the callback? I thought it was just a cameo.
No, all of Evil Dead, it's about he cuts his hand off, his hand goes evil.
Yeah.
So in that so they essentially did that, so the hand would go evil, and then you get to see Bruce Campbell kind of having a Bruce Campbell moment, which was great, but not realizing that you just destroyed the character of Doctor Strange by making him do one of the most insane things, torturous things I've ever seen done on a human being. So it kind of took me out of it.
And he should have been in the Spider-Man movie instead, in my opinion.
In everyone's opinion. So I'm kind of like with Marvel, I'm like, now I'll say this though, I did really like She-Hulk.
I like She-Hulk.
It's a little, I'll say this, and I'm so sorry, I feel like I'm taking over.
Yeah.
Yes, it's supposed to be feminist.
You're taking over Friday Night Steve and John.
Well, everyone's going, I mean, the man has cancer. You're not going to talk about that? I'm like, no, we're going to talk about the multiverse.
Do I have cancer in the multiverse?
What if in every other universe,
Imagine they all have
there are
different
fat
types of-
slobs who are drunk who live to 150?
They're all great.
Yeah, and they're all just happy as hell. She-Hulk was weird because I feel like they're kind of they're ruining. What are we doing with the Hulk? The Hulk needs to be angry. The Hulk needs to, what do we do?
I think we're on our way there.
I'm hoping there. I'm hoping.
We're on our way there.
Because
I was very upset when he was Smart Hulk in Endgame.
Yeah.
I wanted so badly him to snap out of it when Natasha died.
Yes.
And that would be the moment that made him angry. It seems like he does not care his ex-girlfriend is dead.
Nope. They didn't technically date. We never even got that moment.
Sure.
But go ahead. Sorry.
Good point. But all he does is throw a bench. Very upset about that.
Sure.
But I think I see it on the horizon. And I think they're slowly setting up the pieces.
I was hoping that She-Hulk, which would be okay, it's probably going to be about being a lawyer, was going to be him kind of turning back into two Hulks, and then her having to like be the only one who can maybe fight the Hulk, even though she's completely outmatched. But in the first episode, they're like, nah, she's not really outmatched. They're almost as strong as each other. I'm like, you better not be doing that.
He's not as strong either, I think.
He's still stronger than her.
Yes, he is. And he proves that.
By throwing a rock much further?
Yeah, and I think he still sort of wins.
Okay.
He gets frustrated, though.
I'm just saying.
I think he was pulling his punches.
Of course. It's a cousin.
Yeah.
It's his
but
cousin.
He's so far been in every episode. No spoilers. And it looks like they're setting something up with each thing.
I hope.
Is that Jared Leto movie where he's like a vampire guy? Is that a Marvel movie?
Yeah, Morbius.
Sort of.
I saw it on the plane. I went out to Utah and I watched it on the plane.
I still haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, don't.
I heard it's
pretty bad.
Should we watch it together?
I would.
Yeah, I want to see what you guys think.
I haven't seen it, but I've been waiting for the right moment.
A plane.
I haven't watched it either.
high as you can get. Take this thing higher. Morbius still isn't good.
That
Take
would
this plane into space.
be a good idea.
Yeah, I would do it. We could do it on. We could also do it for a Patreon episode. We can get high and watch it and do a commentary.
I would. I'm 100% in.
You're not 100% in?
I'm 100%.
That'd be so much fun.
Yeah.
I smoke pot every night.
Do you?
Yeah, I didn't do anything.
Wow, that's great.
Hell yeah, isn't
How do you
that
do? You enjoy
Say-
it?
Oh my god! So it was a lot because they gave me a pill for nausea, a pill for pain, a pill for like constipation, a pill for diarrhea, a pill for anxiety. I had like 8 pills to take.
Yeah.
and I didn't like taking it. I didn't take any of it.
Yeah.
So my friend called me up. He's like, "Hey man, I haven't spoken to you in a long time. How you doing?" I'm like, "You got a minute?" Like he didn't say anything.
There we go. Yeah.
And he's like, "Are you home?" Mm-hmm. And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, He came over and he gave me these like pre-rolled.
Yeah.
They're in a glass tube.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I love the glass
blunt
tube.
things, and he's
Love a pre-roll.
oh, they were, and I took like 5 hits that night, and I was on chemo still. It was the best night of sleep.
Do you have any now?
Really?
I don't.
Do you guys want to get high?
Oh, that stuff
Did I
was.
bring my bag? Oh wait, do you not want to get high?
I don't like. I have trouble with. I've done edibles, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't do well with that.
Oh, I don't have edibles. But I have.
Yeah, but I don't do. I've had some bad
Edibles
experience.
is very much like chemistry. It's really crazy.
Yeah, I don't know because they're all different.
Know
And
your
people-
milligrams, folks.
Yeah.
Yes.
I talk to guys who do this all the time. They're like, just eat the whole thing, and I'm
No.
like,
That man's amazing. That man wants to kill you.
Yeah, those people do not care about you.
something.
Right.
called- I wish I knew the name of that bar. It's got like 12 little squares. Punch bar.
Yeah. I've
There's
had that.
mushroom version of that.
A comic. I won't say his name. A comic gave me one, but he didn't tell me to just take
A bite.
like the one square.
Yeah.
And thank God on the way out the door, I'm like, so I'm gonna go home and eat this. He's like, no, just take this. That's 12 doses. I'm like, I don't do this. Like,
Yeah.
you could've-
Man.
I would say you probably want to do about 5 milligrams. See what that feels.
5's a good ease
Yeah,
into.
I did 50 that night.
Yeah, that is.
Oh.
That was bad.
That's heroin. That's like acid.
I did it with my girlfriend. She did 50 also. And
And then what is her experience with it?
where I moved to Pennsylvania. That's a whole nother story. I live in Pennsylvania.
What?
Yeah, we'll talk about that after this.
You came here from Pennsylvania?
No, I'm back and forth between here and New York every week.
Because let me pause this real quick and just say something. I had to cancel the podcast, the last episode. Calvin, all this shit happens, and he was supposed to be here. And then I'm like, hey, if you're not here, because I thought he was coming from whatever, and he was like, oh, I'm here. And I was like,
I was drinking vodka outside the pair.
oh, I didn't know that. So you came from
No,
Pennsylvania?
I'm in New York so I would only I schedule it with you. I know when I'm going to be in New York.
Okay.
Man.
So I'm back and forth between the two. What happened is me and my girlfriend moved to Pennsylvania,
Where in Pennsylvania?
a town called Bethlehem.
I know Bethlehem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, my
that's
friend
right.
lives in Easton. My best friend
Yeah,
lives in
I'm
Easton.
right on the board, Bethlehem Easton.
Yeah.
And we signed the lease, and then 6 days later, I got diagnosed.
Oh my God.
So I was just back and forth. I did my chemo here, did everything here. I stay with, I live basically with friends who have a guest cottage in their backyard. They just gave it to me.
Wow.
I had 2 apartments for like 4 months.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is getting really expensive. I'm paying 2 rents with no job
Right.
because I wasn't working. Mm-hmm. That's the other reason I'm frugal with my money right now is I had a GoFundMe.
Yeah.
So I don't know the etiquette when people give you.
What do you mean? You spend it all on whatever the fuck you
When
want?
people give you like 50 grand, I'm like, can I go out and just drink and eat steak? Like, am I
Yeah.
allowed to do that?
Look.
I think what's it's in your thing, it's yours, right?
Oh yeah, it's
I
definitely
can't.
mine.
No, I
Yes.
mean like
But I feel like I don't want to be like greedy.
No.
Right.
What happens with those, especially with those, I think, and this is how I look at it, is I go, well, 1, he's probably not going to be able to work. 2, he's got a lot going on. 3, what if this is? I would be nothing but happy to see you just blast that money on drugs
yeah.
All right,
and action figures.
that's and
yeah.
action figures.
Yeah.
If I got you the edible that made you laugh till you cried, I'd be like, I'm a hero.
Yeah.
See, I haven't had the edibles I've had make my vision really bad and hard
Oh,
to walk.
man.
Oh,
There's
no.
nothing good happening from. So I did it with my girlfriend who felt, they take a while to kick in.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't feel anything. Give me more.
Oh.
She did one of those.
I've been there, old friend.
So where we stay, they have this like it looks like an artichoke. It's like a ceramic. It's on the back of the toilet.
I know those. They always have that stupid shape that looks like an
It
artichoke.
looks like an artichoke.
Yep.
It's on the back of the toilet, on the porcelain back of the toilet where I stay. And she came up and she's like blinking. All of a sudden, it's kicking in, and she goes, "You know that Game of Thrones egg?" She thinks it's like a dragon.
Egg of the dragon.
Yeah, she thinks it's a dragon egg. I go, "What about it?" She goes, "It's starting." Like she was actually, she's like, "I think it's moving. I think something's gonna hatch out of there." So I think she's just telling. She's not
hallucinating.
I think she's telling a bad joke.
Yeah.
And I'm getting mad because it's a bad joke.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, just not like you're really committing to this bit. It's not good.
Yeah.
And I'm getting annoyed. And she's like, no, I really think's. And I'm like, oh, she's not kidding. So
Wow.
that was the last. I won't ever do anything with her again.
Well, I would argue just don't do 50 milligrams.
50 milligrams with her.
Do 5.
5's
and
great.
if you
10's
do-
great.
And wait, what, an hour, 2 hours?
About an hour it takes for me.
Yeah, I heard maximum strength is 2 hours.
Okay.
When it hit, that's your highest peak.
Right.
I
That's
take
when you
it-
want to turn
I
Morbius
take
on.
it before bed.
Got
So
it.
I usually get in bed. I'll play on my phone, and then an hour later,
Yeah.
is I have pretty good sleep.
Yeah, I like smoking because you know immediately.
Yeah.
And I like a vape pen is good. Edibles for me is like a birthday party.
I'm going to a wedding this weekend, and I'm gonna do it at the wedding.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Whose?
my cousins.
Can I come?
If you'd like.
I was just at a wedding.
Yeah.
It's been Tina and I haven't been partying or hanging because of the baby, and
Yeah.
like people don't realize how much my life has just ended when I had this kid. I can't do anything. I would call my kid a little bit like a cancer, a little bit of a cancer stuff, but I was like, oh, we're going to this wedding. We were going to Tom Takar's wedding,
I've seen the videos of you.
and it was like. Uncle, my sister texts me. She goes, "Uncle Sloppy is back." I am known at every wedding as Uncle Sloppy because I say this: I'm Uncle. I always tie around the head, shirt open, full dance, all the moves, bringing everybody in. We're all having a good time.
Yeah.
that is my role. Now I say this: I take upon the role of Uncle Sloppy.
Yeah.
because I'm so powerful at it that then anyone trying to also be Uncle Sloppy folds. Okay, I'm taking that so you know I'm not going to ruin your wedding.
Right.
But your other uncle, he might start saying the N-word. You know, he might start screaming.
Sure.
So when I take upon it, you
Yeah.
want to challenge me?
Yeah.
You come at me. I'm unbeatable, right? So then everyone else kind of backs off, and your wedding ends up being a good time.
I picture you standing like Superman, and then N-words are bouncing off.
I get hammered, but I don't make it about me. I put everybody else over.
Sure.
You know what I mean? We get lots of things going.
My favorite thing was you were on the stage.
Mm-hmm.
You had the tie around the head, and you were just holding up a drink like this, looking around like this.
Saluting the room.
I loved it.
Saluting the room. And I didn't realize until Sam showed me the video. I was standing like that for legitimately 5 real minutes. 5 real minutes just standing there saluting the crowd as everyone is singing. I have a picture of me with the photographer because that's what I always do. I go, "Nobody.
I want a picture with
I
you.
want a picture with you, pal. You're doing such a great job." Ryan Beck's wife party planned it. And I just
Oh,
kept seeing
man.
her there by herself. And I kept
Yeah.
being like, "Grace, what are you doing?" "Oh, yeah." And I didn't realize that she party planned. I was like, "Where the hell is Ryan? They invited Grace and not Ryan? That's fucked up."
Man.
That was wild.
I think I'm the least fun drunk person. Like, I'm not a fun drunk person.
Really?
I'm so like,
I feel like you
Well,
would
you're
be.
new
I'm
at
very
it.
regimented, and I still don't lose control. Like, things will be blurry and the room will be spinning, but I'm still like, how much saturated fat is in that? Like, I'm still like very uptight.
You got to let go and let
trying.
Gob.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Gob is the
Oh, I didn't even hear what
god
you
of
like.
god of alcohol that I made up.
Oh, go with Gob.
You know, I was a drug counselor for 6 years.
Really?
Yeah. And
Why?
I've never. I don't know.
Who hurt you?
Yeah, I don't know why I did it.
I get it.
I'm not in recovery. Nobody in my family is. I needed a job, so I became a drug counselor.
But you never fucked with you didn't really fuck with drinking or drugs.
Never.
Well, that's. I mean, I.
But the program is very religious.
Yeah, I know.
AA is very. So I would
My
like.
dad's an AA.
Yeah, so
which
I
I'm not
would-
supposed to tell people.
Yeah. I think this is the second part, the anonymous part. That I think.
Yeah.
I don't know shit. He'll tell you 2 minutes in.
Yeah. We don't know who your dad is.
Right. Joe Coraluzzo. That's my real last name.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stone's my mom's name. Italian. So you're an A. So you're not an AA. You're a
No,
drug
not-
counselor.
I 25 years ago. I haven't been in that business enough.
Do you,
I did a lot of shit. That's why I became a comic.
what shit?
I was a drug counselor. I was a school teacher.
When people say I did a lot of shit,
Yeah,
they
that-
usually
I
go,
thought you
gotta
I
say-
stabbed a woman on a
Yeah.
street.
Prison.
I beat a dog. You were
Yeah.
like, I gave a lot to UNICEF.
bank robbery.
No, I didn't do I didn't do.
You did a lot of cool
I
shit.
didn't do 5 years in Leavenworth. It wasn't
Right.
anything like that. I just mean I did a lot of careers and bounced
Gotcha.
around.
Yeah, yeah. Who's your favorite comedians?
Right now, I'm huge on Nate Bargatze.
Oh,
Yeah.
who's-
It's the kind of the style of comedy that I prefer for myself.
right.
I hate to say Burr because
Who's not a
everybody
Burr
likes
guy?
Burr. Yeah, I love Burr. I've been very into Gary Goldman lately.
Yeah.
Love Gary.
For some reason, he's gotten very into like putting reels up and stuff. So I'm seeing tons of content for him all of a
Yeah.
sudden.
Yeah.
And it's all like every bit is solid and like it's,
Like me.
Oh yeah.
yes, very. I'm always been a Joe List fan.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I always
Love
like
Joe.
Joe List. It varies on my mood. You know, Louis. There's some obvious guys.
Cats?
What's that? Louis Katz.
That's my go-to joke.
Good joke.
He is a comic, right?
Yeah, Lou Cat's the best.
Yeah, Lou Katz. I don't know Lou. I know who he is.
Oh yeah, he's
But
a
I
great
never.
guy.
I don't.
Yeah, yeah.
You know the obvious, but right now I'm very Mulaney. I like John Mulaney.
Yeah, yeah.
Those are the kind of.
Who's your number one?
Damn. You got to say many comedians. You got me my number.
You say one,
number
and if it's not right, you have to leave.
it's a toss
I'm
up
kidding.
between
Name a bunch.
two.
Who are your guys?
Ray Romano,
Oh, I love Ray.
Brian Regan, Maria Bamford, Gary
Did
Shan.
you just say that for diversity?
No, I love Maria
No,
Bamford.
I'm just kidding. We all do.
But it is a plus. That's why she goes earlier.
Yeah.
Ellen DeGeneres' 2 HBO hours got me through high school.
Nice.
Yeah, they were my favorites. And
I was gonna say Steve Rogers and John Ziegler.
You look very young though, Steve. Weren't those specials like 1984?
I think I found them on YouTube.
I was gonna say.
and I was like, this is gold. And like, but yeah, my taste in comedy is older guys, or at least the ones that I was introduced in the beginning. Yeah, I love Gary Shandling, Gary Goldman, Joe List, Greg Stone.
That's what I was waiting for. Come
You got to do you last. I can't go. Oh, I got to keep saying names and stretching it.
It depends on. It's weird when I know the guys. Some guys that I think Vecchione's a great comic, but I know
good.
Mike, so I hate saying people I'm friendly with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like feels.
I learned that early was like I would lead with, "Hey, big fan of your stuff," but then there's no
You pedestaled them.
you pedestaled
You
them.
put the pussy on a pedestal.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then there's no way to have a green room hang after that, because that comic was most likely going to treat you like a peer,
Right.
and you were going to have a good time, a better time
Right.
than if you were like, man, I watched your late night. It's so good. I love that joke about this.
Let me
And
tell you, not me.
yeah,
You walk in a green room, you go, "You're my favorite comedian." I go, "Well, now you're my best friend." I don't even care. You know how many fans? How many people have messaged me?
yeah,
And I just, middle of the night, I just text them like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't know.
I was talking to Matt Moves Mountains on the way here.
First of all, I talked to that guy 3 minutes ago. Was he talking to both of us? That's my guy.
I love him.
Does he say you're his favorite comedian? Because if he does,
He
I'm going to
doesn't.
be really hurt.
He's
Is
never
this a
said that
comic
once.
or a fan?
He's just a fan.
He's a fan
He's
who
so
I
great.
forced to be my friend.
What's
Yeah.
his name?
Matt Moves Mountains. His real name is
Yeah.
Matt. I don't know if I should give out his last name.
No, just it's mountains.
Mountains.
Mountains. John Ziegler comedy. You can find me. I need.
Yes.
Yeah. Then these people, they'll message you, go, "Hey, I know you're really bothered by this." And I
No.
go, "I am not."
There's a very nice fan, Lakita, who reaches out to me.
Ooh, I don't have her. I'm going
and
to try to get her.
She's wonderful.
I'm trying to steal your fans.
Well, I stole a lot of yours. Helena.
I handed them to you.
I love
She doesn't
Helena.
message me anymore. She's one of my favorite people in the world.
I know. She's one of my favorites.
I
as
think
well.
that she's moved on to you, which I think is good.
She isn't messaging me either.
Maybe she's off the internet.
We should see who she comes back to first.
I had a fun time talking about. So I recorded the special like 3 months ago, and I put it up on YouTube. And I'm
Oh, right.
Yeah, but I'm getting
It's a special, I
no,
guess.
yeah, I
The
don't-
reason you're here.
no, it's really not.
I told you.
No, I mean we'll give it a plug.
What's the
but,
name?
It's called "Getting My Affairs in Order."
Oh,
Yeah, where'd you
It's about all the women he's cheated on with.
That's right. So
he's like, all right, I did that one first. I got to get an order.
there's gonna be an order. There's got to be a number one.
Yeah. My affairs and all of his affairs.
My affairs in alphabetical order.
Max, can you throw him out? I gotta get Max to be stronger so he can start beating up guests.
He's got to lift another Max.
I've really fallen in love with Max.
Max
I've
is great.
become so mean to him because that means I just love him. I'm so
Well, Max
sorry.
is always happy.
We gotta bring John back in the conversation.
Yes.
Affair and order.
Yeah,
Getting
you get
my
like
affairs in order.
You guys were talking about like fans though. So
Yeah.
I got almost amazing, positive, really nice comments.
Yeah.
and it feels good. It's nice that people like your work and stuff. But I got like 3 or 4 negative ones, which make you laugh.
Yeah.
At first, I'm not gonna lie, they bothered me.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
Like
Why
3
wouldn't it?
comments. One guy's like, a minute 6 in, like they time stamped it. Like a minute 6 in, he used the F word, and I'm like, you're 45. You call it the F word? I'm like, so.
Fuck?
I'm like, yeah.
Or
Oh.
or-
No, fuck.
Fuck's not the F word
Oh.
anymore.
I don't even
No,
know
that's
what
not the F word anymore.
it- So
No.
I'm like, But I'm like in my apartment reading. I'm like, you fucking loser. What are you, 50?
What are you,
Man.
fucking 50?
One guy wrote, because the second half of it's all about cancer. It's like 22 minutes on cancer. One guy wrote, it kind of depressed me, ... And then he read everybody else's comments.
Mm-hmm.
And one person wrote, great special, loved it, laughed out loud, wishing you healing thoughts. Like, it's nice, whatever.
Sure,
Yeah.
it means something.
Yeah. The guy writes underneath it, what's that going to do?
Oh, God.
But I'm like, are you trolling the other?
Yeah, he certainly is.
Yeah. But it's like 3
You know what it does?
negative comments.
You
that
know what it
bother me.
does? You read it, you feel good. So they transferred energy into you.
Yes,
they
exactly
gave
what it
you
did.
posive energy. That's what it
If
did.
it's a God thing, I don't care. It's very
Right.
nice. I'm like, good.
Yeah,
thank
it made
I
you.
take it.
You
made
need
me feel good.
Yes. So it did something.
Yeah, and then
Literally
this
did
guy
something.
like shit on it,
Well, yeah,
Right.
that guy's trying to give you the opposite reaction. He's trying to negate.
and it's
some of the
tempting to
positive.
want to like. It's tempting to
It's
want
very
like.
tempting.
And I
Show up
just,
at their
like,
house with a knife.
Yeah, I'm like, don't. Like, what are they gonna do? To
You
me?
know what I'm doing
Right.
now?
What?
I'm responding very positively and acting like I misunderstood their comment.
That's the best.
Yes.
Sorry.
And it's I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah.
Somebody went, this is a really good special if you have insomnia and are trying to cure your insomnia.
Yeah, it's positive.
And I
Oh.
yeah, and I went, oh man, so glad I could help you. Thanks for checking it out.
Yeah.
And sleep good tonight and like stuff like that where I pretend to not understand.
Yeah.
And it's really fun.
Right.
I had an old guy write, what was that mess? And then I went, thanks for the comment and congrats on learning social media. Like, that's fun.
Yeah.
I've only been on Instagram for like 6 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's your Instagram
You're
handle?
trying everything.
John Ziegler comedy.
I'm going to follow.
I'm going to follow you right now.
Yeah, I think we do. I know Steve. I know you and I don't, but
I'm doing it right now.
It's John Ziegler comedy. And the funny thing is, like, I don't understand how any of it works.
Right. Why?
So, like, I went on my first day, and I get a lot of like these stories with like kids with like Down syndrome or something like that, and they're doing like,
It's the best.
yeah, and I like them.
Right.
But once you do that now, I get up in the
all
morning,
naked.
it's my whole feed.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, Dawn, it's like my girlfriend's doing. I'm like, Dawn, it's a lot. I just woke
Dude.
up. It's a lot. It's
I do a thing called Show Your Feed, where we look at what it is. I mean, my feed is all the same thing.
Which
What do you
is?
think it is?
Marvel something.
It's
You
going to be
wish.
action figures.
You wish. Big ass fucking titties.
Really?
Oh, dog. My whole feed. And I don't even care anymore. I'm leaning into it. The network is unstable.
Well, I'm in a different algorithm.
I don't even
I
care
don't know how to
anymore.
get out of it at this
I've
point.
got all comedians.
Is it all comedians? Let's see what happens here. I bet it's something.
Oh, boy.
If you hear this noise, that means I'm looking at booties. And then I don't even care. I've become too horny to live.
I'm all special needs kids and jiu-jitsu. That's all I have. My whole feed is jiu-jitsu and special needs kids.
Too
That's
horny to
fun.
live is a special title. That is
Too horny. Too horny to survive.
That's a new Night Cream song.
Which I wanted to play you guys. Hey, how are we doing on time, Max?
We're 52 minutes in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does anybody have anything they want to talk about? Because I want to do a premiere of a Night Cream song that I recorded
no,
an
do
hour
it.
ago.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to hear it?
I want to hear it.
And I'll tell you this. I don't know if it's good.
I'll tell you this. I wish you didn't say Too Horny to Live before you played the song, because Too Horny to Live is got to be a song that you guys put together.
And I'll say this too. I don't know if it's good, but I like it, so I don't even know if I care anymore.
I'm excited.
Also, I have to also tell you, it's 13 minutes long. So you're in for a pound. You're in for a penny. You think you can take it?
13 minutes
You
long.
think you can take the Greg
Are
Stone
we
Night Cream
going to talk
Challenge?
during this?
Nope. You're gonna listen to my
I'm
song.
going to listen to your song.
And you're gonna. I mean, I guess you could talk.
What is Freebird, like 7? That's a long.
Yeah.
13 minutes is a long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This thing is 13 minutes.
What is it called? Paint drying?
That's a real mess. That's a real mess you made. Who's gonna clean up this mess? You could talk in between it, I guess.
No, I hear it.
but there's a story that's told. Or you could just leave. I could just play it. I could play it for the people at
I
home.
want to hear it. I want to hear it.
And John, if you want to get out of here,
No, I'm gonna hear this.
all right. Oh, look at that girl.
Oh, it's hilarious.
God damn, I love. Oh man, I'm a
I'm
dirty
too
dog.
horny to live.
All I had to do was mention Instagram feed. and
Yeah.
we've lost Greg.
Yeah, it's feeding him.
Actually, on point. This song is called "Greg Is Dead."
Wow.
So I think it actually kind of is into theme with what we're doing. Max, can you play it?
Yeah.
All right, let me know. I'll count you in. So Harumi came over today, saying that for you, and we did. I said I'd count you in.
I opened it. Okay, it's paused.
Yeah, it's called. Harumi came over today, and for some reason we were in sync. And this is the song. It's called "Greg Is Dead," and this will play us out. Also, before we do that, let's do some plugs.
Let's do some plugs.
Let's do some plugs. Steve, you have an album called Before He Was Super.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a YouTube special, an album called Before He Was Super.
Yeah. And it's great.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No, I was asking. That was like it's great, right?
It's great.
It is
Yeah,
great. I watched it, and I think it's great. And I
Thank
think you're
you.
great, and I think you're fucking hilarious.
Thank you. It's mutual. Yeah, and Steven Rogers Comedy on Instagram.
That's it?
StevenRogersComedy.com. I'm going to be touring a lot, and
Right.
yeah.
Oh, I have some dates.
Yeah.
And I want to say, Jim. Just kidding, John. I want to say, dude, I'm so happy to have had you here.
I am glad it took a while for us to get this to make it happen. We did it.
It took me ruining. Oh God, I'm a nightmare. Also, you take a day away from a man who has cancer. That's a real. Dirty
I don't get in the city too often these days.
Yeah.
And I like being here.
Okay.
So I kind of enjoy. I come in when we do this. I get here like 3 hours early, and I bounce around, and
Good.
yeah, I enjoy being in. It's
so
like kind
sorry.
of nice, and it's weird because like I haven't done the Grizzly Pear in like 11 years.
Oh wow.
I mean, it's where when I started years ago, and
Yeah.
I kind of like sitting outside there and having a drink and walking around. So I enjoy coming in.
And I gotta say, man, when I came into, I said it before, I said it again. When I went into Long Island, that place was really intimidating, and you've always been so nice to me that I always went, this fucking guy's the fucking best, and always super funny. I know you are funny. Blah 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 blah. And I want everyone download that special, watch the special, stream the special.
Where can they get it?
It's just on YouTube. It's
Great.
It's on it's on Instagram. It's on my website. Everything's John Ziegler comedy.
Right, and it's called
Getting My Affairs in Order.
Great,
Great
Go check
title.
that out. And I'm gonna leave. And Marcus Comedy.
Yep. On all social media.
Do you-
Marcus Comedy?
Do you have any dates with any women?
No.
I want to hear about your dates.
My girlfriend's been in Europe for like a month, so
Oh.
there's been nothing.
I gotta send you some of these girls I've been watching.
I
on
use that
TikTok.
excuse as well.
I have just some dates I actually want to say, guys. On the 31st. Oh Jesus Christ!
Of this month?
If actually it's today. This podcast should be coming out on Wednesday. Today, I will be in with Soul Joel. I'll be at a Ventnor in South Jersey. I would love for you guys to come check that out. That'll be a lot of fun. That's on my Instagram. I'll be at the Cellar next week if anyone's in town, and then I'll be at the Borgata for a week from September 4th to September 10th.
Wow.
And that is his little brutal shows. So if you want to see me, if you hate me,
It's you, Lori. Do you know? Is there a third?
me, Laurie, and I don't know who the third
You don't know
is.
the third. That's all right.
I'm sure I have some other date. Nope.
And check out Greg's new special, Too Horny to Live.
Oh, I want to say this. My goal was to get to 10,000 subscribers on Instagram by September. Man, I've been working real hard with my man Joe Nami, and we are weirdly almost there. We only have 5 days left, so we won't make it. But hey, no, today's the 31st. If you're not on Instagram, follow me. If you have fake accounts, follow me, because currently...
You just said if you're not on Instagram, follow me.
Oh, yeah. Create an account and get there. Currently, we made it to... Where are we at?
9,000.
8,788 from about 6,000.
Oh, wow.
Just from putting up videos, just working, putting up videos, commenting, doing the work, putting up videos. So we're close, and we're probably better now. But go on and follow me on Instagram. It's Greg F. Stone. And if I can get to 10,000 by September, if I get to
Pizza party?
we'll do. If I can get to 10,000, I'll watch Morbius with Joe. I want to say Joe Rogan, Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
And we'll
Very similar.
yeah, we'll put that out. We'll get high and we'll watch Morbius. And
That
that'd
sounds
be
great.
All right. So now, without further ado, are you ready, Max?
Yeah.
I bring you "Greg Is Dead" by Night Cream. Saying that for years. Oh fuck. Oh, good night. The dark road. The dark robot. Oh, or yeah, we'll find. I'll find it. Greg is dead. Greg to his GoFundMe because Greg is dead. I'll race to the internet. Oh, forward his bits. Tell everyone how you missed him. You never said shit when he was here. Make up for it now because Greg is dead. Oh, Greg is dead. Oh, he leaves behind a family. Oh, yeah. Oh, but his son will take up the reins. He's gonna get revenge on all you silly bitches. Oh, the liars, the thieves, the killers, the monsters, he's coming for you. Oh, because Greg is dead. Oh, Greg is dead. So make your posts. Ooh, fight in the comments. Some of you will say you were my friend, but a lot of you weren't. You're just pretending now because Greg is dead. Oh, he's gone. Oh. Because this song is wrote honestly. I don't know how he went yet, so maybe it was diabetes, or a gunshot, or a car wreck, or asthma, drowning, or he fell, or he was trampled by horses. It was in a lonely mall. It was sniper. I don't know how, but I do know one thing. What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? I know. Greg is dead. Oh, Greg is dead. If you loved him, share a like. Who's gonna employ Tsunami now? Somebody find Tsunami. Soon behind the death of Greg, we'll be fast followed by Tsunami. Because who will employ Tsunami? If you hear this song, if you hear my call, please reach out to Tsunami and employ him. Some video clips. You gotta send him clips. He's got nothing. He's got nothing. He's got nothing to do. Because Greg is dead. Oh, Greg is dead. Who's gonna get the Patreon money? No one, don't touch it. Don't touch for me. Maybe it's Anthony. No, he better not touch it. Maybe it's Brendan. No, he better not touch it. Maybe it's Dayon. Is it Dayon? Maybe Dayon, who tried to molest me when I was little. That would be the ultimate revenge. Greg is dead. Greg is dead. Put down the gun, Calvin. You can't kill asthma.
the only gun.
Joe, you did me. Joe, 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 not me. Oh, I trusted you. I trusted you and I paid you $10. Joe,
Selena got killed.
who?
It was Selena.
Selena got killed.
Selena gets
Joe.
killed. It's Jennifer Lopez in that movie.
So you think he was killed by Jennifer Lopez?
By her biggest fan.
Oh, Greg is dead.
Is dead.
Oh, Tina's already moved on. I mean, my body didn't even hit the floor yet, and she's married to a new man.
Yeah.
She's married, she's married, she's married, she's married to Joe, not me. The plan makes sense. My social media fan, good friend, not me. Oh,
Drake's TikTok has been
not me. Wiped from the map, wiped from the books. But one man, the sun goes down, it's all coming to an end. But there's one man who remembers the name. There's just one man. Oh, my son, he will avenge me. He's got a diamond forged from my smoke, from my ashes. You put it on a glove. Oh, he's too little now, but he was raised by wolves, by one wolf, my brother. Raised by wolves, by one wolf, my brother. No legs, my brother lost a leg. Oh, and he's got a patch. He's too old to fight, so he raises Calvin. Ooh, he's good with a knife. He's good with a deck of cards. Ooh, he'll kill you with anything. And he wears the diamond on his chest. And now the years have passed, and all have forgotten. All have forgotten the name of Greg. And Joe sleeps in his bed of lies and deceit and TikTok followers not earned by him. And he opens his eyes, and who is there? Calvin, my half-Asian son. Calvin's got a sword. Oh, and he chokes him out with a piano wire. And my brother is a cutscene. He's dying also. He's dying, and with his last breath, he knows vengeance. He knows vengeance has been served. But Calvin's been training so long, he knows not what to do with the rest of his life. So he starts sequel. Part 2. Oh. 'Cause Greg
Greg, 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 Greg is dead. Greg, oh, he's dead. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. Or is he?
Oh, okay.
Shredder's hand comes out from the dirt. Oh, Super Shredder. Oh, he's dead. He's dead. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh, I know, but you got the scene. You got the scene in reverse. He goes Super Shredder. Oh yeah. And then it collapses and his hand comes out. Oh yeah. But then the hand goes limp. But in this scenario it would be my hand. And it goes fist. And it throws away the dirt. Yeah. And then post credit scene. Greg is dead. Oh, Greg is dead. He's getting the Avengers together. Greg is dead. Is dead. A lot of good ideas in this one.
Oh, yeah. That's a full movie.
I love it.
There's an extended version to be heard.
Greg is dead. Greg is dead. Greg, Greg is dead. Pick up your head, pick up your body, get on the bus, it's time to party, it's Gregory.